That's it. You guys get a black screen. That's pretty good, right? Hold on. There we go. There we go. That might be a little bit better. We'll get some gameplay. Some old school gameplay from who knows how long ago up there. So at least you guys got something to look at for a little while, right? How's everyone doing? Awesome to see you guys today. Thank you for coming out. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate everybody. So what's going on? If you guys got some game questions, and maybe we'll have some kind of crazy answers. All right, so Edit Sky, what's up, buddy? He's typing away like crazy on the stream up there. Holy moly. What's up, Dark? See, I saw Monster. Hello, hello. We got Arch. We got Fola. How's it going? Epic Demic in the house. We got Epic Gamer. We got Coolburn. What's up, Coolburn? Ajesh, what's going on? XDD. Wait, XDDCC. Hello, hello. Pellegrino, what's up? Andrew, hello. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys a lot. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. All right. Oh, wait. Dark Matter won an Ocho today. He says, should I use it? I don't know. I mean, they've already nerfed it like, what, 45 times? So, are they going to nerf it again? I have no idea. I hope not. I hope they're not going to nerf it again. I mean, it's been nerfed enough, hasn't it? In my opinion, they've nerfed it more than enough, so. It's still a really darn good robot, but I guess there's always a chance they could nerf something again. I don't know. I just don't know. But right now it's awesome. I mean, I would say definitely level it up and use it if you can, because it's super good. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but it is super good. Alright, what are the best weapons for the Serius? I would say right now probably the Evora and Veyron weapons really seem to fit the Serius pretty well. I think blindy weapons like Lantern and Dazzler could be good if you're trying to play support with it. That can really help to blind people, and you know, that's good for your teammates, but mainly when I play, I always seem to stick with the Evora and the Veyrons. They just seem to feel right on that robot at the moment. Now, of course, if you can get the flamethrowers and you want to play at close distance, the flamethrowers are going to wreck everything, but not everybody's going to be comfortable playing that robot at 300 meters or closer, though, which is the issue with that particular robot. It's a fun robot. It's really cool, but yeah, it's kind of hard to play at close range. It's slow, it's big, it gets stuck on everything, so you're best off playing stuff with a good 500 or 600 meter range. Let me make sure I got this on the chat where I can see everybody, because I don't think it's showing me everybody's questions right now. I look like I have a tooth infection? Huh? Hold on. Let me blow myself up. I do have rosacea, so my face gets all red, but... Oh man, I messed up the thing. Hold on a second. I do get red face syndrome a lot. But, it looks like I have a tooth infection. This camera makes my face is really red. I've been out in the sun the last couple of days, so the rosacea's all flared up. Oh gosh. I think I'm breaking the camera, guys. All right, let me get that back to like normal, but does it still look funny to you? I'm not really sure why you think it looks like a tooth infection, but I do have a red face. Jess says, what is $9.99 plus 10? Well, I believe that's 1009, right? That should be 1009. Unless I'm stupid, which I might be. Alright, Epic Gamer says, here's a question to start off the stream. If you were a pilot in War Robots, what robot would you want to be for? What bonuses would you give? Man. That's a hard one to say. Do my cheeks look big now, Epic? I'm trying to blow up my cheeks like a balloon. Alright, hold on a second. Honestly, if I could be a pilot for any robot in the game, I think I would want to be some sort of universal pilot that would give any robot like a big giant health boost or something. I don't know, honestly. But that sounds pretty good, to be able to give anything a health boost. That sounds really good. Wait, Josh, why are you sad for the Heimdall? I'm not really sure why. Heimdall's kind of a cool robot, actually. It's not like the best robot, but it's kind of cool. What's up, Just for Fun? How do you counter the Pathfinder? You can't seem to kill them. So the Pathfinder is kind of a squishy robot. It dies pretty easily. I mean, you basically just shoot at it. But if it happens to hit you with the ability, I think the best thing you can do is go into a phase shift, and nobody can shoot you for a few minutes where you're really squishy. Oh, I see we have a donation. Thank you so much. Hold on a second. All right, so you are looking for the Eiffel pilot. Ashish, thank you so much, buddy. So, unfortunately, they don't really make it easy to get a lot of the stuff. Let me look on the game, but the Eiffel pilot was in the data pads. Let me go see if it's still in there. Generally, when stuff is brand new, you can only get it out of data pads, which is a big old pain in the butt. But let me look really fast on the game and see if I can find it, right? I'm having a major issue. What the heck just happened? What the crap? Something is wrong with my game here. Okay, did it just crash? Close window. What the heck? All right, I'm having problems, guys. I can't. The game just... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There we go. Now I got her where I want her. Now I got her. Yeah, somehow I didn't know there was a donation. Whoever did that, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Ashish, man, thank you. I'm glad I caught that because I would hate to get a donation and not say thank you or something. Ah, crap, there's an update? Hold on, guys. Now I gotta update the game. Just a minute. Sometimes these darn things are a pain in the butt, I'll tell you. Oh, you've never played the Ocho? What's the best pilot and build for the Ocho? I mean, build's really going to be personal preference, but build's really personal preference. But the new little electric shocker weapons seem to be the best. Hold on, let me actually pull up the game really quick. But if you can take an Ochi-Kochi out with the new little Tesla weapons, you can run into a group of like 2 or 3 guys and shoot them all at the same time. You can actually charge your Titan in like 30 seconds sometimes. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, so let's see if we can find this Titan pilot. So the way they got the game set up, they make it very difficult to get certain items. That's one thing I really do wish they would change, because more than likely it's going to be in the data pad somewhere, right? Let's look around the data pads and see what's in them. And it looks like there's some I don't currently have, so we'll have to go in the daily deals and look through the gold ones. More than likely it's in the gold ones, but I can almost guarantee this is where they're hiding the pilot. We'll find out in just a second. I'll get back to your Ochi-Kochi question in just a minute here. Alright, so it's not in the silver ones. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong thing. If we go over here to the other data pads. So the red gold does not have it. The purple gold doesn't have it. Let's see if those special data pads are in here somewhere, the Titan ones. Is that at the vault? So that doesn't have it either. How do we get one of those currently? There's not a pilot store anymore, is there? Huh. Hold on a second. Change a skill, promote change. Man, I'm not exactly sure. Does anybody else know how you would get one of these pilots? I wish I could give you some of mine, man. I got all these pilots hanging out here. I wish I could just give people one. I would give all these away if I could, but unfortunately I can't. I actually don't know where they currently have that available at. It might not be available at the moment. Let's look in the black market. I mean, I doubt it's in here, but we'll take a look. We might see it in an operations. We might see it in the leaderboard. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, but I don't seem to have an answer for that right now. It just doesn't look like it's available. But yeah, Dark, I'm going to go ahead and show you my build on the Ochi-Kochi. This is working really well. But yeah, unfortunately, I really don't know. Alright, so right now I'm running the Tiger Guy. The Tiger Guy seems pretty good. So I think either one of the Ochi-Kochi pilots worked just fine. I like them both, but I seem to run this one myself. I got Roadhog, Defense Expert, Destroyer, Armor Expert, Tough Guy, and I have Death Survivor on it, so I never did unlock that last skill. And that's what I got. One of each amp. I often run 2 of the repairs, though. So you can run 1 of each or 2 repairs, and that'll work really, really good. But that's how I build that bad boy. I think a Pascal drone is good, a Hiroko drone is good, a Shy drone is good. As far as drones, there's a lot of really good choices for drones. I mean, even the Showdown can be really good because that drone will heal you a lot. So drones are going to be really personal preference on that robot. But Pascal is probably the best drone. I've been changing my drones around a little bit. I still think I like Pascal the best on him, though. All right, back to some gameplay and some more questions and answers. All right. This guy says there's a 60-second delay. 8. Nope. The stream has about a 7-second delay on my end. Alright, Arch says I have a serious problem. I have to verify my email to start chatting in your server, but my browser doesn't work. Arch, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to ask the guys who understand Discord. I don't think that's my server causing you to do that. I think that's something Discord might actually make you do. Can you open your email on a different browser? But I think Discord requires you to do that. Does anybody know about that? Because I know very, very little about Discord. Like, a couple of friends built that server for me. I don't really understand how Discord works, honestly. I think it's very much of a pain in the butt, but I'm pretty sure that's a Discord thing and not a my server thing, but I guess it could be a my server thing. I'll see what I can find out on that later. Epic says Kestrel or Orochi heals faster and more than often the Mender can heal himself. Brad says, if only Pixonic would add a trade shop for trading useless stuff. That would be nice, actually, but I don't think they want you to trade stuff. They want you to buy stuff, right? They want you to buy things, not trade things. Alright, so what do I prefer? XV Badish, however you say that. I'm sorry, I know that was really wrong, but he says, would I prefer the Ocho or the Ultimate Invader? Alright, so Invader is one of my favorite old school robots, but as of right now, I would definitely say that the Ochi is better than the Invader at the moment. So I would rather play the Ochi-Kochi. I mean, if you're looking for something that's just good and one of the best robots in the game currently, Ochi-Kochi is it, right? Invader's a really good outdated tank that you can still do really well with if you play it right, but it's definitely not as good as the Ochi-Kochi. Brad, yes, Skyros is still very unstoppable. Skyros is awesome. Alright, so Dark Matter blast shotguns will work really good on the Ocho, my friend. That'll do great, actually. Those weapons won't charge your mothership as fast, and it won't charge your Titan as fast, but they will do very, very well. Oh, Epic Gamer is saying actually the new Ocho meta is the ice weapons. I actually haven't seen anybody running those yet, but Actually, now that you mention that, that makes me want to try it and see how it goes. That might be kind of a cool deal, actually. Brad says, are you going to get a Reaver Bolt? I've actually got one. I've actually got one of those. But is it available again or something? What's the best pilot for the Ocho? I mean, I don't know if there's a best. I mean, some people are running the pilot that I have on mine, the Tiger pilot there. I forget its name. It's some people run a some people run a Trixie Hope, some people run the Vesco or whatever. But I personally like this one, Dark. Vepco Lavades. Vepco Lavades, whatever that says. I have no idea. But that's the pilot that I like best for mine. Now, you may like something else a little better, but that's the one that I like. Oh yeah, Pathfinder with ultimate coronas. Anything with ultimate coronas, Ajesh, that's going to kick anything in the buttocks. Those things are nasty. Art says the Kestrel Crisis is good. Yeah, Kestrel is a nice drone. Did we get another donation? Thank you, buddy. Which 5 robots do I suggest for Champion League Hanger? Well, I actually don't know what you have. Are you talking about like any robot in the game? Or are you talking about robots you can build in the workshop? Or stuff that you can currently pull out of the crates? Or just my top 5 robots in general? Yeah, thanks, buddy. What's my favorite Titan? I still like the Eiffel. I like the Eiffel and I like the Aether. I don't know why I like the Aether. It's just really fun to play. It's not as good, but Eiffel and Aether for me are both really, really fun to play. But I mean, I guess like overall, if you want to know my very, very, very favorite robots. So right now, I would say Curry is definitely one of the best robots in the game. So I would say Curry is the #1 best robot to have. I would say Ochi-Kochi is probably #2. Like if you could seriously run like 3 Curries and 2 Ochi-Kochis, or 2 Curries, 2 Ochi-Kochis, and maybe something else, that would be a killer hanger. Now Pathfinder right now is absolutely awesome if you play it correctly. So Ochi-Kochi, Curry, Pathfinder, those are super good at the moment. Dagon is amazing. If you're looking for something just to get beacons, the Skyros is crazy good, but I would only use that for a beacon grabber. I think the Shenlao, if you play it great, is the best assassin in the game and the best troll robot at the moment. I still think Fenrir is probably the best overall tank in the game at the moment, besides maybe the Curry. So I would say right now, those would be my very top robots. Like, I like those ones a lot. I mean, there's a lot of other robots in here that are really good and fun to play and do well, but those would definitely be my top couple robots. What's up, Mech? Mech likes the Aether. Alright, so we have 3 Couriers, a Dagon, and a Shenlao. That's a good hanger, my friend. I mean, not everybody likes the Shenlao, but if you like playing it and you do well with it, that's amazing, right? But yeah, thanks for the donations, my friend. I really appreciate it. But I mean, I think my ideal, if I could have any hanger I wanted right now, I would probably run 2 Ochos, 2 Curries, and a Pathfinder. I think that would be like the ultimate hanger to have right at this moment. Ah, Colburn, welcome back to being a member, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we got Grady White. Grady doesn't like the Skyros, but I'll tell you what, man, the Skyros can withstand those Titan flamethrowers really, really well. And he can just sit there on a beacon and hold that thing, so. I mean, Skyros, if you play it the way it's really intended, you're not going to come out of the ball very often. You're not going to get any kills. You're not going to get any damage, but you can definitely hold a beacon with that thing. Next says, Aether for me has been performing really well. Yeah, it's a really fun robot, you know. It's not as good as like the Eiffel or the new Bedware or the Luchador, but I think if you learn to play it really well, it can be, but it's a lot harder to play it well, I think. It dies pretty easily on the ground, you know. For Garino, what's up, buddy? You had a small power outage for a couple minutes. Well, hopefully it's back on. We have dumb power outages all the time. I hate it. Does the beak drone work with the Dagon? Here's the problem with the beak and the Dagon is that the shield regenerates so quickly, you're probably not going to see that drone trigger as often because you have to take X amount of damage for the beak to trigger. So there's going to be a lot of times where the shield regenerates before it takes enough damage quick enough to trigger. So, I mean, it would definitely work, but I don't think that would be a top choice just for that reason right there. Me, what's up? Me says Scavenger Heimdall or Stellar Serius. I would say I think the Serius is a little bit easier to keep alive than the Heimdall, but the Heimdall is more fun to play. But I think for most people, would have a better time playing the Serius over the Heimdall. But if you're one of those people that really learns how to play the Heimdall, I think you would have more fun with the Heimdall, but it may not be quite as good. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's how I kind of look at that. Guys, if I miss anybody's question, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people asking questions and it's scrolling down, so if I miss your question and I don't get back to you, in a couple minutes, feel free to ask again. Me is talking about Deltaki drone. Deltaki is a great drone. I mean, it works good on a lot of different robots. I can't say that's like great on specific robots because Deltaki is like a really good universal drone that you can throw on pretty much anything. Andrew says, how did you get so much silver? I've been playing this game for almost 10 years now, and it's to the point where I don't really need to upgrade that stuff that often, right? Like when a new robot comes out, I usually get one and I upgrade it. I might upgrade a set of weapons when they come out, but, I'm not upgrading like loads of stuff anymore. So the amount of resources I earn through playing is a lot more than what I end up upgrading when new stuff comes out, basically. So it's been a very long process to get that much silver. So I mean, that's like 10 years worth of saving and being stingy. Well, maybe not 10 years, because the first couple of years, that's a couple of years of saving as much as possible, I guess you would say. I mean, back when I first started and I was upgrading like everything I got constantly, I was always broke. You were always out of silver. But once you max out your first hanger, I mean, if I tried to upgrade every single thing I got, I would still be broke. Because, I mean, I probably got like, 10 of this weapon sitting there in my hanger that's not leveled up, 12 of this, 3 of that, 6 of that, you know what I mean? And I'm probably going to go through and sell those eventually. I also sell all the duplicates that I don't need when I get them, which helps give me some extra silver as well. Alright, the boy says, do you think 2x Tamer and Deceiver on Phantom is a good build? Yeah, that would be okay. I think that would be pretty good. I mean, I don't think that would be my first choice for a Phantom, but I think it would be quite good, actually. Kyle says, is Minos worth using the Vaha on the Champion League? Yes. Yes, yes. Minos is a little bit harder to play than other Titans. It requires really good ability timings because you need to know when to charge, when to save, when to leave. But if you put some Titan Rip Amplifiers on the Minos and you set it up correctly and play it well, it's really, really good. But I think it takes a little more skill to get good with the Minos than it does on a lot of these other Titans. So it's not an easy Titan to play, but it's actually super good. Jamel, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Kron, what's going on? Nice to see you guys. Hybridtron, what's up, buddy? He's also asking I think a couple of people asked what my favorite Titan is, but Eiffel is definitely my favorite at the moment. I like Eiffel. It's just really fun to play for some reason. Luchador can be really fun, but yeah, Eiffel and Aether are my favorite ones to play right now. Aether's not as good, but I just like it. What's up, VIP? How's it going? Alright, me says Cryptic Hazards or Warrior Scorchers on Ophion. I would go with the Hazards, I think. I don't really like the Scorcher weapons that much, but I really do like the Hazards. I think they're amazing. Dark says, what build is best on the Phantom? Ultimate Blaze, Ultimate Punishers, Coronas. Ah, you know what? Hold on. If you've got ultimate shotguns on the Phantom, that will mess some people up. Go with the shotguns, my friend. Go with the shotguns. That little build will wreck people. Ultimate shotguns, hands down, will be your best bet. Coolburn, you out of here, man? Alright, catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Just for fun says Skyros is his favorite all-time beacon runner. Yeah, I mean, it's still a great beacon runner. It can get to the first beacon really fast, and it can definitely hold it. I like that thing. Brady White says Shinwell was never really meta. You know, I mean, that's the thing is, it's a squishy robot that dies really easy, but it will tear you up if somebody's good with it. I think it's meta. It's not like full meta. It's not really like full meta because there's not like 15 of those in the hangar. You know what I mean? But it's a pretty darn good. It's a pretty darn good robot overall, I would say. So it's pretty cool. It's like meta minus. But you still see them all over the place in Champion League. They're just not running like 6 of them in a hangar. But yeah, it's basically like a much better version of Scorpion. What's up, Lou? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Yeah, Ryan, Shinlao's meta-ish, right? Meta-ish. Alright, VIP is suggesting builds for links. Do you have Redeemers? Redeemers are really good on the links. I like Redeemers a lot. That's actually my favorite links build. That is really, really, really good. Or if you want to play him from a little bit of a distance, the heavy radiation weapon, like the Blights. I can't remember the name of the heavy one, but you know, you got your Blights, the radiation weapons. The heavy version of those are really good on the links. Ajesh says, is the link still meta? No, it's a little bit under meta right now, but it's still pretty close. It's almost meta. Grady White says the brawlers are meta. Yeah, meta. I mean, I feel like there's different levels of meta. There's like the very top meta. There's like the tier below. And then there's the stuff that used to be meta. Lynx is kind of like the thing that used to be meta that's still really good, but not quite there. If that makes any sense. That's how I look at it. You have like the main meta, you have the secondary meta, and then you have the really good stuff. That's kind of how I look at meta. Most people don't, but that's how I see it. I just said subscribe. Thank you, buddy. Why am I running corrosion? The corrosion weapons are actually really good now. They got a nice buff and they're doing very well. But on the question and answers, I just play some old footage from like, I don't know, 6 months ago or a year ago because I'm trying to focus on answering people's questions. I just put this up there for you guys to have something to look at. So that's old school game footage. What's up, Adrian? We got Adrian Chung in the house. How you doing today, my man? Awesome to see ya. Alright, so best Titan for free to play. Alright, I'm going to have to refresh my memory on that. 1 second. Let's go look at the game and see what's actually available to buy with... I think they might have just added a couple more things. So you can buy the Minos. Minos is really good if you take the time to master that Titan. You can buy the Luchador, which is really, really good. You can not buy the Indra anymore, so okay. So I think Luchador is probably one of the best choices. Or the Minos. Now, if you want to support, you can always go for the Nodens. But if you're trying to buy it with Platinum, I think those are about the only 3 choices that are actually really good right now. Smileys, what's going on, man? But if I had to buy one myself right now, I think the Luchador would probably be the one I went with. So if you can get that and eventually get a couple of the Titan repair amplifiers on it, you can really turn that thing into a beast. So Indra is one of those deals where if you're really, really good with an Indra, you can wreck some people with it. It's a lot harder to play than the Luchador, in my opinion. Oh, wait, never mind. You can't buy the Indra. Scratch that. Scratch that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I would say go with the Luchador. That's going to be your best bet. Epic Gamer says Shenlao's skin does make sense. It's a grasshopper, a squishy bug, but difficult to capture. It does look a little grasshopper, doesn't it? So a grasshopper skin definitely makes sense because it is a little grasshopper like thing, right? It's like a little grasshopper thing. It hops all over the place and it's a crazy pain in the buttocks. Hi, Bridge. You're welcome, buddy. Alright, Prograno says, I'm free to play. What robot weapons are worth my time building in the workshop? So in my opinion, if you're building stuff in the workshop, one of the first things you should try and get is the Fenrir. But you will need to get a Bernadette Wolf pilot for it. Like, having the Bernadette Wolf pilot makes the Fenrir go from just kind of okay to really good. So try and get Fenrir with Bernadette Wolf. It's absolutely amazing. Right now, I feel like the Revenant is another really good tank, but the only problem with the Revenant is you kind of gotta max your pilot out. I feel like the Revenant doesn't perform well unless you have all the bells and whistles and really max out the pilot and everything. But Revenant is super good once you can really put all the bells and whistles on it. Phantom is currently a great beacon runner and great little fighter you can build in the workshop. Let's see, what else can you get in there? You can get Harpies. Harpy is a really good robot. I like the Harpy a lot. I mean, that's one of my favorite like mid-range supports. If you want to find something that's like a mid-range support fighter, maybe build yourself a Harpy. But it also depends on what game styles you're playing as well. Let me go look. Can you build a Typhon in there? Let me go look really quickly. Where's the workshop? I've lost it. I've lost it. There it is. Another great mid-range fighter is a Typhon if it's available. So Demeter is an amazing healer. You can build Demeters in the workshop. Those are awesome. Kepfree is a really nice robot. That's kind of like a healing tank type of robot. I like the Kepfree a lot. Yeah, Typhon. You can build a Typhon. So a Typhon's a little bit on the squishy side. It's not extremely durable, but it has 4 medium weapons. It can be built to move around really fast. So if you're really good with the Typhon, you can play that great. For an assassin type of robot, Scorpion might be something to look at. It's a little bit outdated at the moment. Ravena is extremely good if you can play it. Ravena is very hard to play though, so I don't recommend that to everybody. Raven is extremely good if you can play it. It's a little bit hard to play, so I also don't recommend that one to everybody, but I do like the Raven a lot. But those are the main ones I think I would recommend. Invader, super good. You can get an Ares or a Hades in there. I don't recommend those as much. I like the Ares and I like the Hades a lot, but I think your best bet, build yourself a Fenrir. Maybe build yourself a Kepri and a Demeter. I would say those are the first 3 I would probably build right now out of the workshop. As for weapons, alright, you want to build some weapons from the workshop. So Blight, Decay Hazard, Hammer, Mace, and Cudgel. Those are all super good right now. The toxic weapons are pretty decent. Not everybody seems to like the toxic weapons, but I like the Bane Toxin and Venom. They seem to be doing pretty decent at the moment. And those are in the workshop. For light weapons, the Magnetars are amazing. I think the Magnetars are super good for light weapons. I think the Nucleon Quarkers and Atomizers are pretty decent. And then you can also get flamethrowers like Igniter Blaze, and what's the other one called? Igniter Blaze and Embers. Those are super good, but they're hard to use. And then for heavy weapons, Redeemers, you can build some, I think you can build some Redeemers in there, right? Redeemers are super good. Like, Redeemers are some of my favorite heavy weapons in the game. They've been around forever, but man, they hit really hard. Only problem is they only have a 350 meter range, and not everybody likes that short of a range. What's my opinion on a 6X Magnum Dagon? Alright, so I actually tried that once, and I didn't feel like it did anywhere near as much damage as I thought it would, so I didn't like it. Grady White says Harpy with hazards and the Subduer is really good. Oh yeah, that's amazing. The Subduer is definitely not a free-to-play deal, but that would definitely kick some major butt. The main thing about the like the Subduers now is they make so people can't really heal very well, which is a big help. I think I see a typical. What's up, man? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. When's the Ultimate Ion review coming? I don't know if... Let me check and see if they sent those to our Batarek accounts yet. I looked a couple of days ago and we still didn't have them, so... I'm not sure when they're supposed to send those over, but I'm kind of waiting for them to show up. I really want to try them and see what they're like, because... They might be unbelievably crazy. Okay, so what about the Pulsar? I do like the Pulsars. They're not as good as the Magnetars, honestly. Magnetars are probably stronger than the Pulsars. But Pulsars are a nice weapon that deals a decent amount of damage and they will lock you down. So they're very good. They're very helpful. I do like the Pulsars. Now, I don't really like the heavy version, which is the Puncher. That's the closest thing to a Pulsar and Magnetar, but Punchers really aren't that great anymore, so I don't think I would personally build any Punchers. Alright, let's go look and see if they sent us the Ions yet. Oh, they did. I got the Ions. Alright, that's going to be tomorrow's video then, Ultimate Ions. Yeah, they finally sent those over to the Batarek account. Like, I don't have them on my personal account, but I do have an account that the game owns, so I have access to play all that stuff, and yeah, we got them now. Tomorrow, A little later today after the stream, I'm going to start recording some game footage for tomorrow's video. And I'll tell you what, we're going to throw ultimate ions on. I think we're going to put them on a traditionalist Fafnir. That sounds fun, right? I think we're going to try them on a traditionalist Fafnir and a Typhon. I think either one of those would be super good. Alright, how good would I say the Huanji is? Alright, not very good. At the moment, not very good at all. I would consider those to be something I would never want to play right now, so I can't say that I like them much. Kyle says, how about the radiation weapons? Radiation weapons are excellent at the moment. Brandon says, what tablet would I recommend for war robots? Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with tablets. What you want to do is you want to find a tablet that's got like a really good Snapdragon processor in it. Like, I'm not even really sure what the latest Snapdragon processors are called. So, honestly, I have no idea, Brandon. I'm sorry, but I don't really know. Some people I do know have some really high-end Samsung tablets that are like $1,200. Those things will play the heck out of the war robots, but if you're buying one of those really expensive Samsungs, that's going to do the job no problem, but besides that, I don't really know what other tablets would be good. I don't really pay too much attention to tablets. Like, I've never really liked tablets. I don't like big tablets. I like phones. Now, if you're looking for a phone, maybe check out the Red Magic phones. Those are super good. Those are really, really, really good. And they're not as expensive as a lot of flagship phones, but they're definitely kick butt. I actually have a Red Magic 7. It's kind of an older generation of the Red Magics, but it's awesome. Ooh, Epic Gamer is minus 137 power cells. That sucks. Yuck. Grady says, all right, you eat ions. Yeah. I'll be finding out what those things are like tonight. What's up, Killing Fox? How you doing today? All right, so you got Fenrir. That's awesome. If you have a Bernadette Wolf pilot to put on the Fenrir, that should probably be in your hangar. Behemoth is nice. Hades is nice. I would say, all right, I would say out of what you have right now, I think the Fenrir is going to be your tank. The Phantom is going to be your little beacon runner. I think you could put in an Invader for a second tank. I mean, I guess if I was using what you were using, I would probably go with 2 Invaders. I would go with Fenrir, Invader, Phantom, and I'm trying to decide what I would put in for the last robot. Probably, or if you don't want to go with 2 Invaders, just do 1 Invader and 1 Behemoth. But I'm trying to decide Hades, Leech, or Ares for the last robot. Hades, Leech, or Ares. Man, I would probably go with the Hades myself. That's a hard choice on the last one, but that's kind of how I look at it. Kyle said, Manny had to spend money to review items. I wonder how much it would cost to get, a set of those right now. Probably pretty darn expensive, which would suck. Alright, Dark Matter said he opened the support ticket about 4 days ago and hasn't heard back. Sometimes they're very slow, unfortunately. Sometimes they're, I don't know, support's not what it used to be, but I would write back. I would get back on there and write something back on the ticket. I'd say, hello, are you there? Maybe you'll get them to reply a little faster. I don't know. Alright, just for fun, wants to know, Danny, do you think the Tesla weapons will be nerfed badly even though they're only 100-meter range? Yeah, I think they're probably, this is just speculation or my guess, but I think they're probably gonna reduce the damage significantly because with robots like Ochi-Kochi that can run across the map at light speed, or something like the Revenant, or, you know, some little thing like the Shenlao that can just teleport in and just wreck you with those things, I do think they will significantly nerf the damage on those. When, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. AJ says, hey Danny, I have a doubt. Can I ask anyone else can help, please? What's going on? What's up, AJ? See me doing work. What's up, buddy? How's your day? Nice to see ya. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the comments today, guys. I'm sorry. They're scrolling by pretty fast, so I'm probably missing some. But Revenant's actually an excellent robot once you figure out how to play it and build it. AJ says, I have a Rook and a Bahu Luchador. I have Rook level 64 and the Luchador is at 33 with sonic weapons, and I have 2 repair amps. So should I continue with the Rook or the Luchador? Alright, right now I think the Luchador is a little bit better than the Rook. I mean, the Rook, either one with 2 or 3 repair amps installed can do pretty well, but I do think that the Luchador is a pretty good deal better. So I would say go ahead and keep with the Luchador right now. So as long as they don't change the Luchador anytime soon, that's just going to be a really good Titan for some time to come. The Rook is nice, but it's harder to make the Rook as durable as the Luchador right now. So that's how I look at it. Dark says my iPad struggles to run War Robots. That sucks. Is it old? Dark, if they do close the ticket, I would just open another one. Grady White says, I go with Angler. It's a really good brawler and sniper. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking to there, but Angler is actually a nice robot at the moment. Somebody must have asked a question that I missed, but yeah, Angler is very nice. Angler, it's slow. I like to run some sort of lockdown weapons on the Angler. That way, if you're attacking somebody, they can't get away. I hear a bunch of yelling. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure everybody's fine in my house because that didn't sound like yelling fighting. That sounded like something's wrong yelling. So hold on a second. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta see what's going on out there. I want to make sure nobody just fell down or got hurt. So hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I am returning. Alright. Wrong thing. Where was I? Be right back. Be right back. There we go. Perfect, perfect. So I have returned. Alright, so some of you guys probably saw me say something in one of my videos about that set of headphones that company sent me, right? That Soundpeats headphones? Dudes, I've had those on for like 5 or 6 days straight, and the battery finally died this morning, so I got them charging. Like I've been listening to them like so much over the last several days. It's amazing. Like when they say there's a 120-hour battery life, they're probably not lying, because man, those things lasted forever before they died. All right. Lewis, how's it going? He says, what about TM? What is TM? TM. I don't know what you were asking about there, my friend. Dark says the Tesla weapon lockdown needs to be removed. Yeah, you know, that's a pain in the butt. Kyle says, are you using Typhon? I use it occasionally. I mean, it's not something I play all the time now, but it's still a good robot. But when I test the Ultimate Ions for tomorrow's video, I'm probably going to be running them on a Typhon. I'm going to definitely do a Typhon, and I'm going to do a, what did I say? A Fafnir with the Traditionalist skill. I think that'll be awesome. So Dark, if your iPad's over 5 years old, that might be why you're having problems with it, because I think most tablets, they say you might get 2 or 3 years out of them. But yeah, you definitely wanna level up that Luchador, in my opinion. A Luchador at a low level won't be so good. So Mad said, what happened? Nothing. I guess they were just mad at each other, so somebody was yelling at somebody. It sounded like somebody got hurt or something, but I guess they were just fighting. The folks I live with fight a lot, but Brandon says I'm still using the Rook. I mean, the Rook is good, you know. I played the Rook for several days recently, and I liked it. I mean, once you get it fully charged up with the repair amplifiers, it's awesome, but it's harder to get it charged compared to the Luchador, in my opinion. So I think the Luchador is a little bit easier to charge up, actually. But it's really personal preference, I guess, as to what Titans you like best, but there's a lot of really good choices at the moment. What's good, Grady? Grady says something's good. Bergrino says, my current Fenrir build is level 7 Fenrir with Bernadette Wolf. Alright, you got Terrans, a Hawanji, and nuclear reactors with an advanced repair unit. Alright, so I would try and get a Redeemer. I mean, if you're planning on running the Terrans and Redeemers go really well together. And that does pretty nice, but the Hawanji laser, I would definitely replace that. And I would work on either getting, if you can't get like the nicer modules, maybe throw 3 balance units on it, right? If you can get the nicer modules, you're going to want to get a nuke amp and 2 repair amps for the Fenrir. That's probably going to be your best bet. So a nuke amp and 2 repair amps should do really, really well. If you can't get that, go with 3 balance units, or even 3 heavy armor kits will work. But you want to get as much durability as possible on that Fenrir, so. No, it's Lewis Duncan, I believe, Grady, if you're talking about the pilot. Pretty sure it's Lewis Duncan. Yeah, Grady loves the Lewis Duncan pilot on the Typhon. I think that's his favorite. What's up, Dylan? I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself? Brandon says, if you have a Shinlao, you're not free to play. That depends. Oh, the headphones. Yeah, yeah. I'm amazed how long those lasted before they died. I'm really surprised. I was like, is it really going to last all these hours? And I think I had the noise canceling on for most of it, so noise canceling makes them die faster. But they lasted for a long time before they died. I was amazed. Me says, what pilot on Blight and Decay Weapon Angler? Man, I gotta remember the name of the angler pilot. Hold on, let me look that up. Oh god, there's people yelling again. Hold on. Let me look up the angler pilot. Alright, so the one I always liked was the Marcus, right? Marcus, who gives the angler's ability duration is increased by 20%. That's the one I always liked. I think Sylvia Thorne is the other one. I can't remember what that one does, but I always liked Marcus myself. I know a lot of people really like Sylvia Thorne, so I think either one will work really well, but I just, for some reason, like the Marcus guy. Lewis says, what about Team Deathmatch? Which Titans are good now? I mean, the same thing. Any Titan is good in any game mode. I don't think there's... Well, maybe not. There's a couple Titans that I might not run in free-for-all, but when it comes to beacon games or Team Deathmatch, in my opinion, a good Titan is a good Titan. I don't think it really matters for that. But if I was playing free-for-all, there may be certain Titans I wouldn't want to run. Like, I wouldn't want to run a Nodens in a free-for-all. I don't think I would want to run a Serius in a free-for-all, but I would run either one of those in the other game modes, so... What's up, Attitude Warrior? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. What's up, Ricka? Are the Tonans better than Lanterns for Nodens? The Tonans are kind of weak right now, so last time I played them, they didn't feel like they were doing a lot of damage, so I would probably rather run the Lanterns myself. I guess I would have to try that one to know for sure, because I haven't really tried either of those on the Nodens, but I'm pretty sure I would run the Lanterns myself. What's up, other pillars? How you doing today? What's the best Invader pilot? I don't think it matters with the Invader, right? The Invader has a couple of pilots that are actually made for him, but none of them knock my socks off. I would say probably the Trixie Hope. If you could run a Trixie Hope on the Invader, I think that's going to be your best bet. It will eat up your power cells, but if you're using an advanced healing module, it will allow you to heal a lot more, but none of the Invader pilots are really that good in my opinion. They're all just kind of so-so. So I would say for the Invader, you can pretty much throw any pilot you want on there, as long as it's a legendary pilot that gets gold skills, because none of them are that much of a help for the Invader, honestly. Dylan, what's up, buddy? But there could actually be... Who said that? Where'd it go? I lost the comment. Someone said if you have a Shenlao, you're not free to play. But there is a chance that you could get a free data pad, open it, and have a nice new robot pop out. So there may be some free-to-play players out there with a Shenlao, possibly. But yeah, most free-to-play players won't have one. Dylan's doing good. Awesome. Grady White says the autopilot works with radiation weapons. Yeah, that works on a couple weapons. Personally, I never thought it was that great. It does give you a little bit more damage per second because you unload the weapons faster and then you recharge, then unload faster than recharge. So if you're shooting something for a long period of time, that will definitely do a little more DPS when you have the autopilot on those. But personally, I don't think they're that wonderful. All right, so Brandon likes the Sylvia Thorn pilot on the Anger for a better cooldown on kill. Sylvia Thorn is nice. Epic Gamer won a Shenlao from a giveaway. Cool, cool. What would I recommend to advance faster up the leaderboard? Well, you kind of got to take a look at the leaderboard and see what it's asking for, because those are going to have different things. For example, right now we got one thing up here, and on this one, you're going to get the most points for upgrading a drone to level 12. So are you asking what drones to upgrade? Because right now, upgrading drones is what makes you do well on the leaderboard. So yeah, you would have to have a bunch of microchips and upgrade your drones. I mean, if you play any battle with anything and you win, you're going to get 10 points. If you kill an enemy in any battle, you're going to get 2 points. If every time you do, I think that's 1,000,000 damage, you're going to get 1 point. But you can get up to like 200, 140, 120 points for upgrading your drones depending on what you do. So it's not an easy leaderboard to do, because if you don't have a bunch of microchips saved up, you're probably going to have to go buy some, and microchips are very expensive. So that's a tough leaderboard. That's a really tough leaderboard. Yeah. I'm going to skip that one. Dylan wants to know, are we ever going to see ultimate motherships? I have no idea, but I hope not. I definitely hope not. What drone for the Angler? I think if I was playing the Angler, I would try to run a Hiroko drone if possible. I think Hiroko would be really good because it's got that built-in weapon. I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're going for, but in my opinion, that's probably one of the best drones to put on there. I think since he goes in and out of stealth a lot, I think the Kestrel drone might also be a really good setup for him. Grady White says the best way to advance yourself in the leaderboards is Titan damage. I don't see anything about Titan damage, Grady. Where do you see that? Maybe I'm missing something, but I've currently only got one leaderboard up, and it's for drones only. Do you guys have a Titan leaderboard? Because I don't have that. That's weird. Huh. I wonder what... That's really strange. Dark says, what's my ranking on the best to worst ultimate weapons? I can't really answer that, because one thing I've noticed about the ultimate weapons is they feel different at different times. I feel like they've been tweaking them and changing things and not telling us, so I would have to go play everyone today to really be able to tell you. So I'm not really sure on that one, because I feel like they keep changing them. Sparta says, when do I think this game will become obsolete? Don't know, my man. I guess if people stop playing it. Best passive and active module for Ravana. Alright, so I think if I were running a Ravana, I would probably run a nuclear amplifier and 2 immune amplifiers. And for the passive, you could either go with a healing or a phase shift. Phase shift might be better, but that would be like giving yourself an extra ability charge almost. So it's really going to be something you have to try, but phase shift or advanced healing would be my 2 choices for that one. Epic Gamer says, why is there 45 people watching but only 5 people chatting? Not everybody likes to talk, I guess. Some people just like to listen. Some people are too lazy to type on that little keyboard. I'm not very good at typing on keyboards either. I don't like push button keyboards, so if on my phone, I don't say much if on somebody's stream because it's a pain in the butt. Andrew says the Adrian pilot for Invader. That's not a bad choice. Kron says, I found the Rook is good for biking games and the Luchador is good for TDM. I think either one's good for either, but, you know, I think different people will have personal preferences on what they like for what, so I think either one's excellent, but yes, you may like one better for one mode and one better for another, but I would be more than happy playing either one on either mode, personally. Ah, Grady White, good point, actually. Okay. Yeah. Grady has a great point there. So if you're not upgrading drones, try and get your Titan out as fast as possible and kick people's butts, because, yeah, that will give you more damage than anything else if you're not upgrading drones. So, Grady, good thinking, my man. I thought I was missing something, but yeah, that actually makes sense. Ocho versus Revenant one-on-one, who wins? Man, I think that could go either way depending on how good you were with the Revenant. I would say if it's a crappy Revenant player, the Ocho is going to win. If it's a really good Revenant player, the Revenant player could outplay the Ocho. So I guess that really depends on who plays the robot better, but I would say in most cases, the Ocho is going to have a little bit of an advantage, but if you're really good with the Revenant, you could probably outplay one. Mex says, I'm working on stuff at the moment. What are you working on, man? Alright, what drone for Razdor Spirit Harpy? Alright, so if you're Razdor Spirit? Oh yeah, Spirit Razdors. Gotcha. Alright, so I think I would go with maybe a Deltaki if you have it. I think Deltaki is a great drone because it can do extra damage from a big distance. And when you're up in the air, you've got a nice advantage to hit people. So Deltaki would be a really good choice in my opinion. I think the Pascal drone could be a really good choice if you're looking for extra durability, or a Shy drone. So one of those three would be my top 3 choices for that. Alright, Roya says, which pilot is better for a Blight Dagon build, Otto or Nathan? Oh, Nathan. What does Nathan do offhand? That's the problem, guys. There's over 100 and some pilots in this game right now, and I'm having a brain fart on what all the pilots do. I don't even remember what Nathan is offhand. Let me look on my Dagon and see if I have a Nathan pilot on one, because it's getting hard to remember what the pilots are and what they do, unfortunately. That one doesn't have a pilot on it. I don't know on this one, because I don't remember what Nathan is. I mean, it must be the Dagon pilot, right? Why don't I have pilots on my Dagons? Oh, wait. Is that Nathan? Oh, okay. While its ability is active, Dagon gets additional 25% of shield durability. I'll tell you what, I would go with the Nathan, honestly, because that shield durability is going to be very nice. Like, that thing really relies on that shield to do well, so I would go with that. Now, weapons, you may not always be using weapons on it that even work with the autopilot, so I would go with the pilot that gives the robot a nice ability over something that works for weapons, which you might change again to something else in the future. What build is good for a Fury? I'm going to be honest with you, Fury is a basic starter robot. I think you're going to outgrow that really fast. I haven't played a Fury in years, so I'm not really sure what would be your best bet for the Fury, but I would say probably if I were going to play a Fury right now, I would probably think about playing it from a long distance and maybe putting 3 Prismas on it. But I would probably go with Prismas and maybe a shy drone to help keep it alive a little longer. But yeah, that's a robot I don't really have much experience with at all. But if you are playing a Fury, just remember, don't put too many resources into that because you are going to outgrow that robot and need to replace it eventually. Alright, Cryptic Hazards or Warrior Scorchers. I would go with the Cryptic Hazards for sure on the Ophion. I don't really like the Scorchers. I do like them on the Ophion, but I think right now the Hazards are going to hit a lot harder than the Scorchers, so I think the Hazards would be way better for you. Kron says, what would be the best bot to use the Pascal drone on? Anything that you want to survive longer. Pascal is a great durability drone. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to do well on something like an Ares because that is so squishy it just dies like if you look at it, but I would run a Pascal on a Rook. Not a Rook. On a Curry. I would run it on Curry, Invader, Fenrir, like anything that's got a decent amount of durability. Even like a Harpy, you know, it could help your Harpies. Anything that's at least somewhat durable, the Pascal will help keep you alive. So, Pascal is a great universal drone for almost anything. Shy says, what are your thoughts on the Shy drone? So I think the Shy is one drone that will work on any robot you throw it on no matter what. I think the Shy is probably the current best universal drone out there because it just works on anything. If you could throw a drone on the Cossack, it would probably help your Cossack. But yeah, I like that one a lot. That one's really good. Is Ares worth getting? Yes and no. So Ares is worth having for a little bit of fun every once in a while. It's a great robot. It's got a crazy good ability, but it dies very, very quickly. So right now in Champion League, the Ares is not an easy robot to play. Especially if people are hitting you with the shield breaker. Like, that robot dies so fast, it's unbelievable. So, it's not something I would really recommend right now, but it's really cool to have one and play it occasionally. But it's not something I would want to have in my hangar 24 hours a day. Dude. Mech Dyson Spear program? Mech is adding armor to a mech in Dyson Spear program. What is Dyson Spear program? I'm interested. That sounds interesting. Is that another game? Yeah, I really like the Shy drone. I really like the Ares, but it's not going to be a #1 choice, right? Kron says, cool, thanks, Danny. Hey, you're welcome. All right, we got about 10 more minutes left on this thing. So if you guys got any more questions, you might want to get them in there because this stream is almost over. Ow! Oh, I'm having a spasm. I'm sorry. Very unpleasant. Jillian says, is it worth upgrading my dampers that I earned from the data pads? Well, sort of. I mean, I'm not sure how long those are still going to be relevant, but I'm not sure how long those are still going to be relevant weapons. But as of right now, I mean, they're still pretty decent. I don't think I would maybe upgrade like 2 of them or something. I don't think I would upgrade a whole lot of them, but it is kind of cool to have a couple of those because they can come in pretty handy. But I don't really play them as much as I used to anymore. I mean, they're good. They're good. They're not wonderful. I do like them, but I don't exactly love them. You know what I mean? I can't remember. The dampers are... Those are what? The light ones? Correct? Or are those the mediums? I think those are the mediums. Yeah, those are medium weapons, I think. Oh, man, spasm again. Hold on a second. Ooh, this thing is nasty. This hurts. Sucks when you have spasms. But, I mean, the thing I like about dampers is they make so people can't heal. Even though they're not, like, crazy strong on damage, they make so people can't heal up. And that can be a big benefit to killing somebody, so... They're not, like, crazy damage dealers at the moment, but they are nice for... messing up your enemy's healing, right? That's how I look at it. Alright, Dark says, what do I like better? The Ultimate Punisher Tees or the Coronas? It depends on the robot. If I'm playing something that's going to be directly in your face all the time, I would definitely go with the Coronas. Now, if I was playing something that I was going to try and play from a distance, for example, if I'm playing a Fenrir, I'm going to go with the Punishers all day long because I like to play my... Fenrir is a little bit slow, right? He's not always going to be right in your face 24 hours a day because he's kind of slow. Now, if I was putting it on a Revenant that can teleport to you and I'm going to be right in your face as much as possible, I would go with the Coronas. If I was playing like a really fast little robot or an Ochi-Kochi or something that could always just get in there and get right next to you easily, then I would go with the Coronas, but... If it's a robot that's not really easy to get 50 meters away from people, then I would go with the Punishers. Ultimate Punishers are actually pretty good. Alright, so what's the best way to get a super crate on free-to-play? Watch if you're on iOS or Android, you can watch videos to get keys. So if you get on there every day and you just watch all the videos to get the free keys, plus just play the game daily like you normally would, you should be able to at least open one super chest every season on the keys by watching those videos. So it's either that or spend some money. But I know a lot of people who say they can open sometimes between 1 and 3 super crates without spending a dime just because they get on there every day and just constantly watch those videos for the keys. Now, hopefully that's true, but I've heard several people say that. I'm too lazy to watch the videos to get the free keys, so I don't know if it works or not, but I'm just going by what people have told me there on that one. How good are the Glories and Coronas? Alright, so the Ultimate Edition Glories and Ultimate Edition Coronas are wonderful, but the regular ones are not very good. I don't like the regular ones, but I love the Ultimate ones. Unfortunately, the regular ones are kind of underwhelming. D7K, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Is Smiley's back? What's up, man? Alright, so Dylan is currently using the dampers on Ravana. Me says, should I replace my Retro Crisis with Skyros, Kefri, Ophion, Hawk, Scorpion, Shell, Angler, or Leech Siren? Alright, so if you're tired of... If I were you and I were sick of playing with the Crisis, I would probably put the I would put the Kefri in there. Now, Hawk, I don't really suggest playing Hawk right now. Shell, I don't like it. Well, actually, Angler or Kefri. Either one would be a really good choice. I'm not really sure which one you're going to like playing better, but either one would be great. But Crisis is really good if you like that sniping style. But yeah, Kefri or Angler. I'm not really sure. Man, I would say upgrade both of those because... It's nice to have a little bit of variety, right? It's nice to be able to change robots in and out and have a couple of different things to play that are actually good, but it's hard to say between those two which one you're going to like better, but personally, I think I would go with the Kefri just because I really like playing that thing. Sleeman, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Unfortunately, some of you guys are coming right around the end of the stream because this thing's almost over. Oh, Missy Scott, what's up? My head itches. Brandon says, when the special event is back in black market is available, can you get a super chest? When the special... Oh, yeah. Thank you. I forgot to mention, wait for the special event. Don't spend your keys until the special event that fills up the black market. The super crate bar. Whatever you call it. It'll let you fill up the thing and open those super crates. It's not a super crate, is it? I'm having a brain fart here. I'm sorry. Whatever it is. The big crate. Wait for the specials to show up. That's how you get it. I'm sorry. I can't believe I forgot that part. So thank you for mentioning that because I'm an idiot and I forgot to mention it. So yeah. Thanks, Brandon. Missy Scott says, I need keys, so I need to play today. Alright, so the Rook is actually still a good robot. I mean, if you build it well, it does well. It's not the best robot in the game right now. But I can have a lot of fun and do very well with the Rook. Now, you do want to try and get at least 2 or 3 Titan repair amplifiers to throw on your Rook, because that'll make it way better. Should you replace your Invader with the Fenrir? I do feel that the Bernadette Wolf Fenrir, if you have that pilot, it is a little bit better than the Invader, right? I think that the Invader is actually a little bit more fun to play than the Fenrir, but I feel like the Fenrir is an overall better robot. So I would say that would not be a bad idea. But if you don't have the Bernadette Wolf, I would probably stick with the Invader because I don't think Fenrir is that good until you can actually get the Bernadette Wolf on it. And that's when the Fenrir really starts to do well, is once you put Bernadette on there. Free-to-play weapons for the Ocho. Mace, cudgel, hammers. Those are super good on there. You can build those in the workshop, and they do super good. Dark says, should I replace the Fenrir with Ocho? Man, don't ask me that. I like Fenrir so much. Right now, Ocho is better than Fenrir if you're trying to find something that's just going to wipe people out. But Fenrir is still a really good tank. So, I mean, the Ocho is a better robot than the Fenrir, bottom line. I hate to say replace your Fenrir with an Ocho, but yeah, it might be an okay trade, even though it sucks. Now, Fenrir is something that I normally have on my hanger all the time, but sometimes I do pull them out and play other stuff. I don't think I've used my Fenrir as much lately as I used to, but yeah, Ocho is better than the Fenrir. I'm sorry, Fenrir. I'm sorry. Yeah, Missy Scott, stop by the next one. Would love to have you there. Awesome to see you. Sorry for everybody who's tuning in, but I got stuff to do. I gotta record game footage for tomorrow's video, and I gotta still have breakfast and do a bunch of junk, so I gotta get off here in a minute and start working on some other stuff. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to be testing out the new Ultimate Ions. Pixonic just sent those over to my Batterick account, so we're going to find out if those are any good. But I think I'm going to put them on... Alright, I think I will put them on Pathfinder. I'm going to put them on the Fafnir, and I'm going to put them on the Typhon. I'll see if I can find some other robots that only have medium slots Well, I'm going to try and find a bunch of robots that only have medium slots and just test all ultimate ions on everything. It should be kind of fun. Yeah, Kron's also mentioning the black market event, so you can get more stuff. Definitely. Definitely. Brandon says, nice stream, thank you. Alright, everybody. Wait. Alright, so D7K says, I have one RIPA Ripier module. I don't know what a Ripier is. Use Newton or Rook. Yeah, DK7, I'm not sure what that is, my friend. I don't know if that's that's called maybe something different in your language than mine, but I don't know what a Ripier module is, my friend. No idea. I was going to answer that, but yeah, I have no idea. I'm sorry. But, I mean, Newton's not that good anymore. I mean, Rook in general is a better Titan right now, in my opinion. There are a few people out there still playing Newton that seem to like it, but most people would probably play a Rook or a Luchador any day over a Newton. Alright, guys and girls, well, I think that's going to be it for the day. I want to say thank you all so much for coming out. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate you guys a lot. I was going to say something and I just forgot what it was. I don't remember. What was it? It seemed like it was important, but I forgot it, so it must not have been that important, right? Alright, well, I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you guys next time. I'll be back on Thursday for some time drops and Saturday for another gameplay stream, so hope to see you guys there. Thanks for coming out to my crazy live stream. You guys are amazing. Lightning out. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. See ya. Thanks, everybody. You guys rock.